Welcome to the first of my 4-minute math videos that you can time your egg to. In this video, we're going to be looking at different sorts of algebraic statement. Now, I use the word statement to cover all these three different sorts of things, but they all have different uses in algebra, and there's different things we can do to each one. So in each one, we're going to talk about what it is and give you an example of one thing that you can do with it. Okay, so let me just talk about the first one. An expression is any sort of algebraic statement that is just a string of terms like that. And this is really something you create. If you had a problem which you wanted to turn into algebra, your first step is to define it in algebraic terms like this. So we'll come back in a moment to show you something that you can do with an expression. The next one on the list is the equation, and the equation, you can always spot an equation because they've got an equal sign in them, and there's our equal sign. And again, the obvious thing to do with an equation is to solve the equation. I'll come back in a moment and talk about what solving an equation is. And the third one is a formula, and a formula is just really it's like a recipe for calculation. That one says V equals D divided by T, which is actually the formula for working out velocity. Okay, so now what can we do with these things which is a bit more useful? Well, expressions. What can you do with an expression? Well, what we're going to look for here is just simplify it. Quite often in the exam you'll be asked to simplify an expression, and that basically means just gather together terms that look the same. We've got to be very careful here because the two A's, they actually look the same. 2A, which we write 2A. The other two terms here are actually different, and the B obviously looks different. Now, AB means A multiplied by B, and that is it's a different term. When you're simplifying, you can't add those to the others. We'll look at another video. We'll look at how to factorize, but in this particular video, we're just looking at simplifying. Okay, the equation, solving the equation, mine's still got a minute and a half left. Remember, solving the equation is just like a balancing act. So whatever we do to one side, we've got to do to the other side. So to solve it, we want to get all the A's on one side, all the things that aren't A on the other. Take 4 from both sides, you get 2A equals 6. And then you can divide both sides by 2. My 6's look a bit like B sometimes, which is always awkward when you're doing algebra. And then you end up with A equals 3. So to solve an equation means to find all the values of the unknown which satisfy that statement. Later videos I'll show you how to solve more than one equations at a time with more than one unknown variable, but for now we're just solving a simple one. And then the last one here, the formula, which is also a recipe. Now, what can you do most interesting with a formula is to use it to do the sum. So V equals D divided by T means distance divided by time. Let's say I traveled a distance of 2 kilometers in 2 hours. You end up with 2 divided by 2, you end up with 1 kilometer an hour. We do a very slow walking speed. Okay, so that was my 4-minute video, sorry, 4 minutes. You see my timer up there, it's just got to 0. So thank you very much for watching the first 4-minute video.